two sons of London's most powerful crime bosses went out for a fun night. But one knife, one stupid move, and one of them disappears. Now the tension between their fathers isn't just simmering, it's boiling into an all-out war. One is searching for his son, the other is looking for an excuse to crush his rival and take everything. Even old friends are starting to turn. If you need a refresher, there's a recap of episode 1 linked above. But if you're ready, let's get into it. Let's see what went down in episodes 2 and 3 of Mobland. We're dropped right back into the chaos. Harry's already barking orders: clean the scene, ditch Archie's car, get rid of the body. Everything has to look spotless. Kevin walks his friend through exactly how it all happened. Meanwhile, the killer himself is upstairs, wide awake, trying to process what he's done. He lost his best friend and doesn't even recognize himself anymore. Harry, exhausted, finally gets home. Flashes of memory play in his head, meeting the boss's son for the first time, doing time together behind bars. Long ago, but far from forgotten. He lays down next to his wife, but the night won't be quiet. Cops break in. Harry gets up, no drama, no words, and goes with them, like it was all part of the plan. Officer Fisk thinks it'll be an easy collar, but Harry's lawyer shows up before the tea can even cool. The script is airtight. Harry walks out free. Meanwhile, Kevin comes face to face with Richie, father of the missing boy. Richie's seething, practically breathing fire, desperate for answers. Kevin begs for time. Let me fix things on my end first, then we'll find your son. Richie gives him 1 hour. That's it. After that, no more talking. Kevin doesn't wait for the countdown to run out. He tells his wife to take their son and get out now. The boy is hidden away under the protection of Harry's shadow crew. The kind of guys who never speak but never miss a shot. That couple's therapy session Harry promised his wife? Postponed. Family war takes priority. And now we meet another Harrigan, Brendan. He shows up to visit his sister Serafina. She's holding it together, but losing Archie left a hole in the family. She begs Brendan to stay out of it, for now, while everything's just starting to boil. Meanwhile, Eddie and his escort run into an ambush. Richie's men come hard, but they chose the wrong crew to mess with. Eddie's team fires back with enough bullets and fury to walk out alive. He makes it home, and right behind him is Harry with his lawyer in tow. Harry insists there were no wiretaps. If the cops had any real dirt on Archie's murder, the place would already be crawling with forensic teams. Conrad boils over again, swears that if he'd known, he would have cut Archie's tongue out himself. Then Harry goes to see his grandson. It's time to squeeze the truth, and he gets 2 more names of the guys who were there that night. Across town, Kevin's wife starts making shady moves. She's meeting a man who's desperate to speak with her father, a man deep in the political game, and it needs to happen fast. Back on Harry's side, he agrees to a meeting with Richie. Richie's done playing nice. No more waiting. He looks Harry dead in the eye and says, flat as ice, "If you don't find my son, I'll take it out on your daughter." Harry doesn't threaten back. He just walks away, drives home, where an argument's already waiting. His wife's furious. Another missed therapy session. And this time, the therapist had a suggestion: divorce. Harry asks for one thing, just a little more time. He tracks down the 2 guys from that night and learns something big. Eddie knows the owner of the club they hit up. The same club with the security camera. The one where Harry, in the previous episode, erased footage of his boss's grandson stabbing a guy. Meanwhile, at Grandma Harrigan's, there's her own version of family therapy going down. Eddie confesses that the moment he drove the knife in actually felt good. Grandma doesn't blink, just hands him a little bag of semolina, a reward for bravery. Harry's done playing nice. He storms into that same club and slams the bouncer straight into the wall with his brass knuckles. The owner doesn't even get a full word out before Harry starts crushing him, both verbally and physically. It's only after the guy's nose is broken and he's bleeding from 3 places that he finally talks. The name drops hard: Tommy Stevenson, Richie's son, one of the men running half the city's drug traffic. But when Harry hears what really happened to him that night, he just freezes. Tommy was butchered, literally cut into pieces, each part packed into a separate crate. The club owner's dad was a butcher, so some family skills came in handy. Took 3 hours. The next morning, Kevin's house gets leveled. Explosions so loud, they hear it all the way at the docks. The Harrigans regroup at Conrad's estate, trying to fortify what's left of their family. They've already lost one loyal if unstable asset. Then Harry makes the call. Grab Eddie and move out. Meet me at the warehouse. He found Tommy's body. Back at the house, it's full-on family drama. Maeve looks Conrad dead in the eyes and says exhausted, "Brendan is your son. Serafina came from a fling with a prostitute. It's time you set your priorities straight." Conrad nearly explodes, shouting, "At least she didn't hand £5 million to some random Belarusians she met on an island for 3 hours." Because that's exactly what their son, Brendan, just did. Meanwhile, Harry's suiting up to leave, but someone's waiting nearby. He walks straight up to the car, calm, unarmed, like he owns the street. And yeah, they're Richie's men. But then Conrad's voice cuts through the tension over speakerphone. "If even a single hair falls off his head, I start with your girls. Right now." The men hesitate, weighing the threat. But their girls are closer. Harry walks off untouched. No one saw a thing. Then comes a moment of rare quiet. Harry and his wife stand by a boat, borrowed from an old friend, the same one now babysitting their cat and 9 kittens. Care instructions are on the table, because while the city is about to ignite in its biggest bloodbath in years, Harry is placing his family and the kittens safely on a boat. Across town, Kevin's wife is springing a trap. She brings a fake agent straight to her own father, a man she truly hates. He bites, takes the bribe on camera in exchange for connecting the agent with the city's mayor, like he's done 1,000 times in his long, dirty political career. Only when they're outside, the agent refuses to hand over the footage, says her cut wasn't enough. Harry senses a tail but still makes it to the warehouse, where Kevin and Eddie are already waiting. Inside the container, the club owner, the butcher. Eddie tries to play innocent, but the man goes straight to the point. "Eddie promised me 10 grand to take care of Tommy, but when he showed up to get paid, he didn't find a client, he found a corpse. One he had to clean up himself to avoid heat on his club. Over 50 stab wounds, no money, not a penny." Harry barely holds back. His son didn't just screw up, he triggered a gang war in London. Over $10,000. Furious, he beats Eddie with a stun gun. Conrad hears about it and decides he needs a personal chat with his grandson. But first, he's in the sauna with Maeve. Not for relaxing. They're discussing who to hit first in the Stevenson family. The answer comes quick: Richie's mother. Let her suffer before she dies. Meanwhile, Harry isn't heading into a shootout or a negotiation. He's going to a nursing home. A promise is a promise. He told his cleaner he'd get her mother in without waiting. So he storms into the director's office, fixes the hot water issue, takes care of the broken window. No money, no drama. Just hands over a few numbers. Say it's from Harry, and leaves his number. Tell her to call when the room's ready. And on the way out, an unexpected collision. An old man. The same one who used to beat Harry to the point of cracking bones back in prison. The memory cuts like a blade, but it's too late for revenge. Harry gets behind the wheel. In his eyes, old bruises. In his head, new wars. But returning to the grim warehouse is unavoidable. There, reinforcements from their partners are already assembling. But Kevin's focus isn't on firepower, it's on his wife, Bella, wrapped in silk, showing not a trace of concern over the blown-up house. Meanwhile, the guys are playing a dark game with the bar owner. He'll do anything now, anything to keep his family alive. He's officially their puppet. While the younger Harrigan spit venom at Eddie for his idiotic move, Grandma looks at him with a different gaze. "You've got the heart of a lion," she says. "A true Harrigan." And Serafina hears the same whisper she's heard all her life, "Daughter of a whore." Conrad catches it. He offers her a walk just to stroll the grounds. "What happens to us next?" she asks. And in his reply, there's almost a softness. He knows what he's doing. He believes everything's under control. Meanwhile, Harry hands his car to Kevin, tells him to draw police attention away. Kevin does just that. And at that exact moment, Officer Fisk gets a call. A voice tells him where to find Archie's body. But Harry? He's on a different mission. He heads straight to Richie to deliver the man who killed his son. They meet. No small talk. Richie shoots the kid in the knees. Harry walks away. The war temporarily paused, but Richie warns if even one word of the testimony doesn't match, he'll be back. And not with questions, but Harry's got other things on his mind. He visits Bella. She explains, the agent with the dirt on her father wants a fortune, threatens to leak everything. Harry nods. "I'll handle it." Then the silence between them hangs in the air. Bella doesn't forget what they had. She even offers to revisit it. But Harry just walks out, and in that moment, police find the coffin. Inside, Grandma and someone else. Or rather, something from Archie. One of the darkest gifts ever left at a funeral.